Is printing money a legalized theft? Most people don't know what's happening here. Imagine waking up tomorrow and your savings are worth 30% less. No vote, no warning, not a single announcement. That's what uncontrolled money printing does. And it doesn't happen all at once, it happens slowly until suddenly. Today, we are going to see what happens when money is created too fast and how it can become dangerous. If you are new to this channel, make sure to subscribe. In this video, you'll know why inflation starts, why it accelerates, and who benefits from it, and the one rule that determines whether money creation helps or harms an economy. And the last part is what most people never hear. Here's a quick trivia for you on inflation. Let's see if you know it. We'll see the result and some very interesting visuals for this at the end of the video. But first, we'll understand something simple. If there are 100 products and $1,000 circulating, each product averages 10. Now double the money supply, but still 100 products. Prices adjust, not because companies suddenly become greedy, but because there's more money chasing the same goods. More money, same output, higher prices. That's inflation. But here's what makes this tricky. At first, inflation doesn't feel dangerous. In fact, it feels like growth. And that's where the real story begins. It starts as a whisper, then grows into a roar, and suddenly, inflation is out of control. When new money enters the economy, it doesn't hit everyone equally. It flows through governments, banks, and large institutions. Spending increases. Businesses see more demand. Hiring improves. Asset prices rise. Markets, they feel strong. This is why money printing can create short-term economic boost. But here's the catch. If productivity doesn't rise at the same speed, the imbalance grows. Limited stock, more demand, prices begin creeping upwards. And then behavior changes. Because inflation isn't just economic, it's psychological. And once psychology enters the system, things just accelerate. If you expect the prices to rise, you act differently. Businesses raise price early, workers start demanding higher wages, governments increase spending to offset pressure. That spending often requires more money creation. Money enters, demand increases, prices rise, wages increase, businesses raise prices. The cycle feeds itself. And here's the key shift. Inflation stops being reactive, it becomes anticipatory. People move before prices move. And once inflation becomes anticipatory, it's much harder to stop because now you're fighting expectations, not just numbers. This is the inflation spiral. Now you see, inflation doesn't need a push anymore, it has its own momentum. But this still isn't the most dangerous stage. The most dangerous stage happens when the trust weakens. Money works because we believe it will hold value. If that belief weakens, people stop holding money. They rush to convert it. Savings just erode. Long term contracts become unstable. The investment decisions also shorten. Planning horizons, they start to shrink. And economies rely on long term planning. When money stops storing value, coordination breaks down. That's the extreme scenario. But here's the twist. Printing money is not automatically wrong. Sometimes it prevents collapse. Sometimes it stabilizes crisis. So what separates responsible money creation from destructive money printing? Well, take a look at the visuals here. If you chose the left one, you've understood real growth. The other one is, of course, hollow growth. This is the part that determines everything. This is the rule that matters. Money supply growth must stay aligned with real economic growth. If an economy produces 5% more goods and services, money can grow roughly around 5%. This is the ideal balance required in an economy for real growth. But if production grows just 5% and money grows 12%, now you have too many claims on too few goods. People have more money now, but the output never increased that much. Now you'll have more money, same limited output, and prices will rise. Because money is a claim. If claims multiply faster than output, each claim just start to weaken. Not because of politics, nor because of opinion, but because of math. And math always wins. And here's the part that changes how you see inflation forever. Money printing doesn't hit everyone equally. It never has and it never will. Because money doesn't appear everywhere at once, it enters the system through banks, through governments, through financial institutions. New money enters somewhere first, and that matters more than most people realize. Those closest to it get to use it first. They position themselves ahead of the curve, before prices fully adjust, before inflation shows up in headlines. And because prices haven't risen yet, they are buying at yesterday's value with tomorrow's money. But money doesn't stay in one place, it spreads. And by the time it reaches most people, something has already changed. So when majority finally receives that money, it doesn't feel like a benefit. That's when the real effect becomes visible, not as a growth, but as redistribution. Because inflation isn't just rising prices, it's a transfer, a silent one. From savers to borrowers, from fixed income earners to asset holders. And the most important part, most people never see it happening. It's subtle, almost invisible, but extremely powerful. And over time, it just compounds year after year, and it reshapes entire economies. Printing money does not create wealth. Productivity creates wealth. Innovation creates wealth. Money is simply the scoreboard. If you increase the scoreboard without increasing the game, the numbers go up, but the value doesn't. And when value and money disconnect long enough, trust erodes, and trust is the foundation of every financial system. In the next video, we'll break down another interesting topic about money, because understanding this isn't just economics, it's leverage. Here's the answer to the trivia that we asked earlier. Do let us know in the comments if you got it right. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button and also subscribe to our channel.